Dory.
Hello, council members. I know you guys are all exhausted. It's been a long afternoon. Wish the mayor would hang around a little bit because I particularly wanted to speak to him. But I'm here to talk about 5G again. It's been a couple of months. I gave you guys a rest because I was coming once a week and I wasn't getting much response from you guys, and I'm sure you guys were getting sick of seeing me. But in that time, since I've come last, I told you guys last time I have a show on KPFT, so I interviewed different experts about a range of topics going on in our city. I interviewed Dr. Martin Paul, who's a professor at Washington State University. I interviewed a few other professors related to the health concerns about 5G, which the mayor is very supportive of. The only statement I've been able to get from him is, "I love 5G." I pointed out last time, and I will point it out again, now that the mayor is under a microscope because of the mayoral race. People have started to notice that the mayor is a little bit more friendly to the people who donate to him and to the corporations that he's close with, and the people seem to be somewhat ignored. The mayor received the 5G Wireless Champion Award last summer from the CTIA, the Cellular Telephone Internet Association, which is basically the lobby for Verizon. And then a couple months later, the mayor announces a partnership with Verizon to bring 5G to Houston. And I've asked the mayor 3 or 4 different times now, face-to-face, at press conferences, at different events, about his thoughts on 5G, and he either tries to run away or just ignores the questions and puts on a nice smile. I've talked to Councilmember Stardig about her thoughts. I've emailed every single one of you guys studies and references on 5G, on Wi-Fi, and on cellular technology in general, on the growing amount of scientists who are questioning this. We've got Congress people from New York, from Oregon, from Connecticut, everywhere but Houston, although Houston is in a race to be the first city in the country. So I'm going to continue to raise awareness on this. And again, I said I wish the mayor was here because the main reason I wanted to come to speak to you guys, besides mentioning all that stuff about 5G, is that this is really just the latest in a long line of examples of city council not paying any attention and the mayor not paying attention. And I know some of you guys are more recent members, but some of you, I've been seeing you guys for at least 8 or 9 years. I've been coming to city council for almost a decade now, talking about homeless issues, police violence, about surveillance, about fluoride in the water, and about this, just a range of issues that people come to me as a journalist and have questions about. And for the most part, you guys don't seem to care, don't seem concerned. The mayor definitely doesn't care. The last mayor didn't care. She also ran away from me whenever I asked questions. And I think it's emblematic of the way that people in the city don't feel like their voices are being heard. The mayor's so concerned about being called mayor and having titles and things like that. At least every now and then Boykins calls him out for acting like a dictator, and some of you guys do. But I just really wanted to come here to say that after 10 years of trying as an activist and as a journalist, I've now officially entered the mayoral race, and I've launched my campaign for mayor to specifically put a moratorium, a halt on 5G, to decriminalize cannabis in the city of Houston, even further than it is now, and to put up HPD surveillance programs to a vote, and mainly to give you guys more power, because I've spoke to a number of you over the years who've said that if I can get a minute or two from anyone, I appreciate it. If not, I appreciate your time. Sure.
Thank you, Councilmember Christie.
Derrick, thanks again for coming. The jury's still out on 5G. High frequency sound waves. There's questions on it, but don't give up.
I'm not.
Your frustration. I just warn people about the chemicals that companies are putting into their system, from Roundup to Zoloft. Yeah. I mean, it's dangerous to the human body, but sometimes I hit brick walls. So continue with education.
Absolutely.
Don't, not defending the mayor, but I don't think everything he does is political.
Sure.
But if you educate and say, this is what it's going to affect you personally, here's the physiology and such, take that approach. Education softens ardent stands that are wrong.
So some of you
so
are
be
willing to
patient
listen.
with that, because some days I give up because they just some of these companies for profit put stuff in the environment, internal and external environment.
Yeah.
It's not good for you, and I question high frequency sound waves to produce 5G. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jack, I always appreciate your, at least giving me a chance to talk.
You have a question for him? We don't have enough to extend time.
The question is, would you like my remaining 60 seconds?
Yes, thank you, Jack. He asked me a question. I'm going to answer it. Yes, and I appreciate you giving me an opportunity to speak, Jack. At the end of the day, though, don't take my passion for frustration. Like I said, I'm choosing to enter the mayoral race mainly to educate people further about this issue, because my videos from here at City Council have gone viral and have close to 1 million views online. I've got emails from people all around Houston, all around the world, asking me how they can get involved, how they can raise awareness, and they see silence from the majority of you. The last point I wanted to make, though, I've talked to you about this before, Mr. Kubash, and you as well, Jack, that a big part of the problem, which I think benefits you guys, is that the city charter gives the mayoral position so much power that you guys can't bring certain issues up for even a debate or a vote. And that's why, those of us who aren't on the official agenda get left to the very end, and the mayor leaves before we even get a chance to talk. I think that if somebody changed the city charter, you could reduce the power that the mayor has and give you guys a lot more power. That's the main thing that I'm going to be running on, is trying to change the city charter and to wake people up to 5G.
All right. Derrick, there's your 60 seconds.
Thank you, Jack.
Silence, interpret silence as they're listening, not ignoring you.
Yeah, but I don't get email responses or phone calls back or anything like that when I know you guys are getting them.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you guys.
We don't have enough.
We don't have any time, Councilman, enough to extend the time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.